How's that? Did I fix it? I think I fixed it. Okay, I think I fixed it. Thank you so much. Hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm sorry for blasting music and not even having my mic on, but we're here now. The mic was on. I think I had an OBS setting messed up, but it's fine now. It's no big deal. All good in the hood. That's true. But I guess we can just jump right into it. We have some posts to look at. A lot of Instagram posts, some Reddit posts, and some YouTube posts. Some stuff related to H3, but also just from around the internet. We need to talk about Onision. That's one thing that I've been following very lightly, but has been popping up on my Instagram For You page, and it's crazy. I love the intro music too. I think it's a good one. But we always have to just cut it. Hard stop. And get started with the day. We have a robbery in the UK. This person was trying to steal a bike out of a backyard. It was like a burglary turned robbery turned fleeing.
Fuck off!
I called the police.
Fuck off!
Yeah, I called the police. They're here. Yeah, all right.
It's kind of amazing. I think his pants are too tight. And so he's not able to, like, he has a knife in his pocket that he tries to pull out.
No, fuck off!
I called the police.
Fuck off!
Yeah, I've called the police. They're here. Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah, you think you're a tough man, do you? Oh. Hey, yeah. Okay. All right, calm down. It's a bike. Why are you doing this? Why'd you do this?
It's my fucking job.
What do you mean it's your job?
I thought that part was funny too. He said it's his job. Going around and stealing old ladies' bikes is not a job, friend. You gotta figure this out.
How much are you getting for that bike when you sell it for your drugs?
Still for the fucking written people caller. Fuck off.
Probably can't get anything for this bike. I mean, what? You can find bikes on like OfferUp for like 15, 20 bucks.
Oh, why are you, Robin Hood? We are poor. We live in a council house, you stupid idiot.
Lock it or lose, innit?
That's my house.
Lock it or fucking
This is
lose.
my house. It is.
If this was the US, she would have died of several gunshots. Honestly, she's lucky that he wasn't like an actual crazy person, because like he had some type of like makeshift knife that he made. But like there are some dudes in the UK walking around like with machetes and shit. So didn't they just ban like having knives at all? Just like fair enough. I mean, you don't need to be carrying around like if you have like, I understand pocket knives, things that can be used as tools. When you're walking around with a machete, it's like, we know what you're doing. There's no fruit that you're going to cut. You're not going to your job as like the watermelon cutter or something like that. I know that's not the case.
Locked. Look at you. Big tough man with his little bloody Stanley blade. Yeah, okay. Now just... You little toe rag, look at you. Who brought you up? What mother's yours? She needs to go away in prison, bringing you up, little thug. Look at ya, little toe rag. Look at ya. You can't even get out. You do rob a garden. I've rung the police anyway.
He must have tired himself out, like, climbing over. Because, like, how hard is it to lift a bike over your head? You're already, like, messing it up. Just lift it over your head and throw it over the fence. I don't know what he's expecting to happen here.
They're coming. Police are coming. The police are coming.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay. Calm down. You're going to go to prison for 30 years for that. Are you? For a bike?
I think he might have thrown it. I think he might have thrown his knife. I don't know why he did that. He's so frustrated.
Huh? Is that what you're gonna do?
Just let him have the bike at this point.
Oh, now you're escaping, are you? Big tough man. Oh, look at you, big tough man. That's it, just break my fence, do some more damage. Look at you little bug. Yeah, go on then. Go on. Go on then.
It can't be real. There's no way this is... It's just so perfect. Just everything about it. Her coming up after the fact. Every time that he comes at her with the knife, her going, okay, calm down, just to keep coming back.
Not so tough now, are you, little boy?
No, fuck off.
I wish the video didn't end there. Did she have... No, okay. I don't know why they were adding this. I think they were just trying to get more people in this because it's at Gracie Abrams and then Doja Cat here. Maybe they were just trying to get like more engagement or something. It's definitely a re-upload. I don't know why they use. The broom attacks are so humiliating. I don't even know what you do in this scenario, like, because like if you're robbing her, right? You've either got to fully commit and be a terrible person, you know? Like, you don't have to start punching her, but like, you know, throw her to the ground. You're terrible. You're already robbing some lady. Or you just give up altogether. But this needless back and forth, threatening her with a knife. She's right. Big tough man you are. Big tough man, huh? Pathetic. This is what roadmen get up to? Despicable. But we have a new contender in the back piece championship. So there are a lot of amazing and horrible back pieces out there. We're talking about tattoos. We've seen some amazing face tattoos, chest tattoos, leg tattoos. And I think altogether, like considering all different areas you can get tattooed, I think the back is the perfect place for a horrible tattoo because it's such a large canvas. Everywhere else, it's like eventually you can kind of, maybe you can cover it up or you can get other things like around it that kind of draw the attention away from whatever your bad tattoo is. But when it's on your back, it's always massive. And so I think that there are two options. Your option one is to get something super detailed and like pay thousands and thousands of dollars to make sure that it's the best tattoo that you can get. Or you get something absolutely outrageous because you know, regardless, it's not gonna be that good. So what we have today, I'd say it's better than Ben Affleck's Phoenix back tattoo. Captain, breaking news. Ethan has not dropped a lawsuit against iDubbbz. Breaking news. The Ethan Klein defamation... Oh God, shut up, iDubbbz. The Ethan Klein defamation lawsuit against iDubbbz has not been dropped. Court dates are coming soon. Interesting. Oh. This is the one time I'll give iDubbbz some credit listening to some Nate No Face. Arizona legend, Nate No Face. Okay. I see you, iDubbbz. Stepping out of your divorced dad rock. Okay. Good stuff.
I'm going to try to be as candid about this as possible. I have my points written down in front of me. So here is the news. Here's the important news. Number one, Ethan Klein has not dropped the lawsuit. Number two, we've been actively dealing with it for the past couple of months. Number 3, I'm bringing it up now because now we have court dates, basically. And so, it's becoming a lot more real. I'm not particularly surprised, but I am disappointed.
I'm confused. Because didn't Ethan himself say that he was dropping them? Now I'm actually confused. Is it the same thing, or maybe it's a different filing? I don't know. Interesting. We got a juicy Friday, I see. Indeed. Maybe more information about this iDubbbz lawsuit, and also bald challenge.
And there really isn't much else I can say about the matter right now because, it's legal. It's legal. So, yeah, we're going to keep pushing on. That doesn't change anything here. For the rest of the stream, I am going to...
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Ethan literally left a comment on iDubbbz's video saying, I've contacted my lawyers telling them to drop. Let's see if that comment's still up. Saying that they were going to work on dropping it right now. Yeah, apologizing to Ethan Klein.
Hello,
Yeah. Hi, Ethan. I appreciate the thoughtful apology. It means a lot. I've instructed my attorneys to drop the lawsuit entirely. Any updates? Interesting.
Doing what we normally do, and I do have some updates.
Can you forget to drop a lawsuit? He was like, I'm gonna go text my lawyer right now. He went to text them and he accidentally started scrolling on Instagram Reels and forgot.
Some great Canadian related updates that I think you guys will get a kick out of. So yeah, that is it. I'm not going to be answering any questions in chat related to it. But there you go. I didn't even make you guys wait too long. Congratulations.
I was so confused. Just got here. Who is this strange looking man on the screen? Or on the screen? That's Tommy Innit. Tommy Innit all grown up. Look, I know people don't like the iDubbbz lawsuit, and maybe this is a nothing burger, but if someone rat fucked my family the way Ian did, I would legally obliterate them if I had the option to. Same. I don't know if the whole thing is it's one of those things where we know that it's petty, and it's kind of just the argument is whether or not you think being petty is like an end all be all, you know what I mean? I think there's justifiable levels of pettiness, and this is something that I don't necessarily care about that much. Like, this one's very minimal, the lawsuit against iDubbbz. But interesting nonetheless. Like, again, it's not like it's an outcome thing I wouldn't necessarily care about, but I guess we'll see where it goes. That's a good mug. I like it. Did he lift up a mug? Oh. Dog. It probably says dog person. Look, this one's standing up. How cute. How adorable. Yeah, I guess we'll learn more about this soon. Interesting. But yes, that was a woman getting mugged. And this is, sorry, I was giving this long, thoughtful conversation about back tattoos, and then I have to jump back into it. Basically, it is a uterus and fallopian tubes, and the fallopian tubes turn into hands in chains. That poom poom got me in shackles. And now the image itself is crazy enough. I'm really hoping this is a fake tattoo. Like that's all you can hope in this scenario. Have you talked about the ridiculous level of hate Guam is getting on Twitter after the David podcast? I have not. I haven't even seen that. I don't go on X really like at all, so I haven't seen that. Oh, actually, see, this tattoo is actually a thoughtful and meaningful tattoo. It all makes sense now. Hashtag trans man, female to male. I didn't recognize. So it's the shackles that they once wore that are now broken. My uterus will not hold me down from being the man that I need to become. Oh, I didn't even, let's see this top comment. Was pissed off because I thought you were cis at first. LMAO, yeah. But to be honest, as much as I was initially taken aback by my own bias, this is actually a sick ass tattoo with a lot of symbolism. Kind of interesting, but the ties to rights being stripped from having the uterus, but also the symbol of victory over your body, which, as a fellow trans man, hell yeah. Sorry for my long-winded thoughts. So, too long. Isn't it TLDR? Too long didn't read? Too didn't long read. Sick ass tattoo, dude. It's still a bit of a wild tattoo. But respect. They had another tattoo that I thought, what's crazier, this tattoo or getting a tattoo of Gur from Invader Zim? It kind of looks like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. You know, I don't see it, but okay. Too damn long read. You're right. It's crazy because at the end of the episode, when they were wrapping up, they made a joke about it being, oh, a tight little fuckable episode because it was short. Oh. Yeah, that's. I mean, one, that's stupid that people watch. Someone who watched it all the way through. I guess. Here's the thing. That's like. It's one of those things where it's what I feel like you'd want to say, oh, if you understand the context of the show and if you understand the show's jokes and this and that. But that does get stripped away when you start doing something like True Twos. You probably have to hold them with a little bit more like reverence or whatever. Like it just in a way, which I don't think that they did anything disrespectful in the ways that they talked about the actual substance and topic at hand. But I guess I could see how that like when you take it as just a true crime like recounting of the story and then have this kind of like fucked up jokey thing that's from the greater context of the H3 podcast, I could definitely see that being taken the wrong way. It got started by that Uma Palmer weirdo. Not surprised by that at all. Somebody who watched the whole thing. So it wasn't a misinterpretation. It was just a bad faith reposting of a clip. It was literally clip chimping. Some chip clipping. Yeah, it could be a mistake, but it's not as extreme as they're making it all. As they're making it. Yeah, I could definitely agree with that for sure. I think it's just it's one of those things where as they continue doing more of these true crime episodes, they'll obviously get better at it and in the ways that they talk about it before and after and during, but those are growing pains that they'll go through, and to hold it to such like a high degree and to I mean honestly I kind of want to see what he posted now. Everything he posts is just Ethan Klein related. Sorry, I was looking at his TikTok for a second, and it was actually kind of just like, bro. Do. Okay, so yeah, he said. Sorry, I found it. I was just looking for the post. So this guy said, while H3 was signing off of their episode on the rape and murder of Celeste at the hands of David, Kate Gorton refers to it as a tight little fuckable episode. Ethan replies with, what the fuck? They also made several sickening jokes this episode, including that crazy bitch, Celeste, had it coming.
Trades.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a nice tight little episode. Tight little fuckable episode. Ethan
better than that.
Ethan has stuff to do.
I'm
He's very
actually
excited.
I'm very urgently
raised a series of text messages in which Celeste suggested she might have bipolar disorder.
Ooh, she had it coming.
Crazy bitch had
This
to go.
crazy
Like,
bitch needed to be murdered.
Raised,
bro. Okay, we can maybe talk about like the when it's okay to use in jokes and when in conversations, yada yada. This is clearly just an ironic statement that, bro. And the fact that this dude sits through every episode just to shit talk is like insane. Like, what is wrong with you? That one's clearly sarcastic.
Yeah.
Okay. This one we could maybe have a conversation about when is the time to do in jokes, yada, all that, whatever. The second one, clearly a joke that was made as an ironic statement about the people that are making those arguments and talking about how ridiculous that is.
She said circle, circle, dot, dot.
And I couldn't pinky disobey.
Oh God!
Your Honor, we jinxed infinity'd, and I couldn't say no to having sex with her at that point.
That's a nice tight little.
She said circle.
Yeah, again, like it's a
episode.
You could maybe say that it's in bad taste, but I think that it's clear that they're making it. Oh my fucking God, Twitter! I hate Twitter so much, but it's very clear that they're making ironic statements that are meant to be like, we really have to break down jokes now. These are jokes made that are ironic statements, as if creating these hyperbolic arguments for David's defense lawyers to use. Wow. Comedy. Oh, I didn't even realize that.
She said,
and just her laughing. Also, just the incessant like replying. I was gonna say replying to yourself is so like pathetic and clearly just like engagement baiting and engagement farming, but then see why does it have ears? Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey bro, you're supposed to be anti-AI, all this AI shit, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, it's clearly just a terrible AI image. The hands aren't skeleton. Oh my God. Shit my dad wears on a t-shirt. It's just like everything about it is so bad. The idea of seeing this or creating it with AI, whatever, and seeing it at some point and going, yup, that's me. Oh my god. Me as fuck. Oh yeah, he pays for Twitter Blue too. No, he got this officially. No, 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 no. I wish I had that clip still of him shaving his head and being like, I need to let all the snark thoughts get out. I just need to let all the snark thoughts get out. He really is Joker coded. My dad for real bought pants off of TikTok with skulls on it like this. Eh. Let him enjoy his overbite skull. It's all for fun. It's all for funsies. I don't know if any of these are gonna beat that now. That honestly had me dying. I don't know if any of these additional Instagram posts are gonna be better than that.
May the Lord bless this.
Oh, sorry. This is the singing salesman. He sold them a car. These kids were so fun to be around and watch them explore their new van. But they didn't see this coming.
And make his face shine upon everyone who rides along. And may he give you peace and bring you joy for the journey on every road that leads you home.
He started at Disneyland, but then he realized that a sales job makes way more money.
May the Lord bless this van and make his face.
You sent the Uma clip to me? Yay. Thank you.
I've been.
Oop, is it downloading properly? Oopsie. Pulling up all my stuff. Come on, Imager.
I've been getting a lot of comments, and you know,
All right, let me turn it up.
I've been getting a lot of comments, and you know, I do apologize.
And honestly, here's the funniest part, right? You can show this clip in response. Like, everyone should just repost this clip. Maybe I'll go back to that post later and I'll repost this clip. And then if he starts going, oh, I did that as a joke. Oh, you idiots. That was clearly a joke. Me making fun of all of you, yada, yada. Okay, so you do understand irony. Because those are the two options. Either you are an insane person, which I think is probably the case, or you understand irony. So which is it?
I've been getting a lot of comments, and you know, I do apologize to a lot of my followers that I've been posting about Ethan Klein so much. Just Ethan Klein has just been, whoo boy, you know. But you know, just like snark this, H3 that, whatever. And it's just like I need to let my brain breathe, for Christ's sake. So I'm just trying to get some air in there, and so I've just been cutting off a little bit at a time. We'll see how it's going, and I'll check back in a little bit. Just let my brain breathe a little bit.
It's a no-go. Once I do a face reveal, I'm gonna shave my head. I've been growing out my hair to donate to Locks of Love. Cheers, chat. You know, I haven't been growing out my hair for that reason. I just haven't shaved it since October. Maybe I'll do the same. How long is it right now? I could do that. Just one stable individual.
I've been getting a lot of comments, and you know, I do apologize to a lot of my followers that I've been posting about Ethan Klein so much. Just Ethan Klein has just been, whoo boy, you know. But you know, just like snark this, H3 that, whatever. And it's just like I need to let my brain breathe, for Christ's sake. So I'm just trying to get some air in there, and so I've just been cutting off a little bit at a time. We'll see how it's going, and I'll check back in a little bit. Just let my brain breathe.
That part was a little funny. Let my brain breathe. Snark this, H3 that. It happens. It happens to the best of us. When you're so loud, the whole bar actually shuts up. Is this how you sing it? Half the bar was arguing 5 seconds before this, but you could literally hear a pin drop the second I started singing the chorus. Are you this good when you're doing karaoke? I don't think so.
It is so loud. You can't hear shit. I gotta just overpower. Can you feel the love now? Can you feel the love tonight?
Whoa. Can I sing? Whoa.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Whoa, I'm pretty good.
So if you're struggling with those first steps right now, don't care about how it is. Don't care about how it turns out. You can worry about that later. Just start. Just show up. Show up messy, show up off, show up exhausted, show up sucking, show up when it's the last thing in the world you want to fucking do. You're not meant to always be amazing. You're not meant to be perfect. Those standards don't make sense. You're meant to be improving. And that's how you ensure that you always are. So
Great singer and inspirational. Next up.
And try to ignore them, and it sees me
I'll do some harmonizing with them. We should go on tour, bro. We should go on tour together. Yeah, we'll hit all the karaoke spots across the nation. I love that he's mad if people are enjoying his singing at karaoke. They're joining around, singing with him, recording him, being like, yeah, he's getting it. And then he's like, fucking random ad libs they're throwing in. Like, dude, this isn't a concert. Calm down. Got literally a mic hog. My cat doesn't like when I sing like that. I'm here without you, baby, and I'm still with you in my dreams. Oh, he's singing too. He's hitting the outro. He's tired. You were just sleeping. Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, it's super long. These aren't even hashtags. Original singing, authentic singing, my own style of singing, passionate singing, soulful singing, soul, passion, covers that hit deeper, crowd work, making the audience feel the music in a different way, making the audience emotional. Music that hits the soul, got soul, music for the soul, making the audience emotional. She's feeling every note. Music that hits the soul, got soul, music for the soul. Karaoke night, karaoke cover, singing, karaoke machine, karaoke lover, karaoke session, music cover, singing video, new artist, vocalist, cover song, live singing, impromptu session, vocal cover, trending music, music lovers, singing competition, male singer, male vocalist, angelic singing, sweet harmonic vocals, strong belting, powerful belting, strong singing, karaoke singer, earth-shattering singing, deep singing, powerful high notes, singer, karaoke bar. That's his internal monologue. That's just what he's thinking about every time he's belting it. Why is your arm raised the entire time, though? One arm has to be up because he has to be chalant with one arm because he's nonchalant with the other. It's the dichotomy of man. Did he do the same video twice?
Get out of your head. Stop overthinking. Stop worrying. Stop. So if you're struggling with those first steps right now.
Oh, maybe it's a part 1 and part 2.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real.
Thanks so much. Should I have mine like how Ethan had the overlays just super big over the screen? AB saying that he's had his like that for a year. I was concerned for him. It's not that hard to set these things up. Come on.
I hurt myself today.
Party hat. Wait, I need to wear it. Yay, look. It's on me. Thank you for the party hat. Maybe I should line it up so that works perfectly.
To see if
I'm a little confused as to what he's singing, to be honest. Haven't heard that one before. Cha-ching! Oop, wrong one. Oh, so they're doing a bald off today. They're seeing who can be the most bald. Right now, the poll is winning. 43% say Dan. 33% say Tom. Uncle Brian isn't even in the running. They don't think Brian's got the polish. Tom, I think, naturally has the more shine, but our hearts is coming in a close third with only 24%. We're doing awesome. You're a star. I'm waiting for my coworker to show up because I have nothing to do at work until she's here. Fair, fair. You've got to do what you got to do. But here's the thing. I don't think Dan, Tom, Brian, any of them can surpass Laserbald. Laserbald is the baldest man on earth. And I created a post on the subreddit expressing my thoughts on bald. I just saw someone replied saying, I never ever considered someone lasering their head. I am chuffed. But I posted this video on the subreddit because more people need to see this. I mean, there are bald kings out there, and this guy is intentionally making his head more shiny. Like, and someone wanted to try and discredit him because they're like, oh, he's bald by choice. Dan is also bald by choice. Dan is just balding. It might be severe, but he is just balding, and he could do the reverse fade. But he likes the bald look, and that's completely acceptable. But to get that polish, it needs to be intentional. It needs to be an intentionally bald head. Because you could have a little bit of stubble growing. You could have just those little, far and few between little hairs sticking out of your head. But look at this. He's creating a metal dome. This is what he wants. He wants his head to be like this, a chrome skull, as he puts it. He's developing it over time. He's made I think this is the Mach 2. The Mach 1 farts on his head. Oh, this is in the video. Get a video of him putting it on, taking it on and putting it off. Taking it off and putting it on. Maybe I just had a stroke. But I'm also wondering if he's having a stroke when he's making his head this bald. It feels like that's part of the reason that he has it. But, you know, I'm not one to judge. As long as he's just showing us the PG-13 version. Okay, never mind. Okay. This is how this is how the challenge is going to end today. They're going to figure out who's the most bald by giving it a taste test. Touching and licking a bald head is a nice thing. What the fuck is this comment? Okay, this post is crazy enough. Touching and licking a bald head is a nice thing. My older brother is bald and he rubs his head on my stomach and it tickles. What? The hard eyes. He gives that chrome dome. It's not the only shiny head. Okay, that one was too far. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So film live.
This is what I imagine this is what they actually do today. They're actually just taking a laser hair removal treatment to Dan's head without him knowing. This is way too much shaving cream. You know, I also think people don't think about this enough. Like, guys that actually shave their head consistently have to lather up like this. It's pretty nice. You know, it's a great look, truly. But, you know, I think Tom might have a chance. But it does seem as though Dan likes keeping it a bit more matte. He keeps it a bit more matte, but then it just becomes polished just through time, you know. That gloss starts to shine through. Imagine the smell in that room, just burning hairs over and over again. Can't smell great. Got to say that. It's very smooth. Tom is very glossy. See, here's the thing I always worry about, though, is like, I feel like when you shave your head like this consistently, you'd get a lot of razor bumps. And you can see on his that he does. But that's also how you know that it's fully bald. Tom is very glossy. He's high gloss, high UV gloss. Is laser shaving dangerous and or painful? You look great. You don't want to shave your eyebrows too? I shave my head bald and my eyebrows. Now I need to see if this is true. Oh, let's not, oh. He's trying to show dick in this? Oh, he is totally showing dick in a lot of these photos. He blurs it out with a black blob. I'm not even joking. What the fuck? He's literally... Or no, I think he's just hanging his dick out of his pants. How is this on Instagram? Okay, well, I think this answered the question about if this is fetish content or not. I don't think anything I showed was actual penis. But it was close. It was close to it for sure. I got really scared there for a second. No more opening accounts just randomly. My apologies. Sorry for anybody just coming in. I opened a random account and it was a bald man who's literally just hanging dick. Just like on Instagram, just hanging it out of his shorts. Crazy. Dick in briefs, literally. Some of them you can definitely see some ball hanging out. So we're not. I was considering pulling one of them back up, but I'm not doing that. We're not risking it. My God. Okay, this is now something wholesome. We went from something actually just straight degenerate to something wholesome. Dom Flemons. Today I spoke at the Black Banjo Renaissance, Reflection on the Future Symposium of the Library of Congress during the records we keep. Race, Memory, and the Banjo Archives panel with my in the Banjo's Archives panel with my wife, Vinaya Kinyard. Vinaya Kinyard, I think that's it. And Not So Average Joe. This discussion featured a conversation about how Vinaya and I developed our archives along with the value it will have for future generations of scholars, students, and our own family. Special thanks to everyone that attended, and I'm looking forward to sharing more from our archives. Here's one of the videos that Vinaya created when our daughter Cheyenne Love was only a few months old, and it represents a modern version of the iconic banjo lesson by Henry Ossawa Tanner. Lastly, I was so proud to have our 8-year-old daughter in the audience, knowing that she's inheriting such a powerful legacy and taking it all in while being the youngest in the room. More highlights coming soon. One sec, my cat's trying to get up on. Get up in the window, go. Go. Oh. Every time. I just love when babies start dancing. Babies just naturally want to groove. See, the baby's still just, baby's only a couple months, so they just don't understand yet. They don't understand that feeling that they have, but they want to let loose. Beautiful piece and a beautiful family moment. Now here's another beautiful song by Late Night Luke. Anybody that's been here for a while knows that I'm a big fan of Late Night Luke ever since Toontown dropped, his big hit. Going into Toontown, I might leave with something. Records on my turntable bumping. Amazing. But this is Late Night Luke in the summertime.
In the summertime, I'm outside and I'm still alive. In the summertime, late night talks while we drive. In the summertime, take a walk, a swim, or dive. In the summertime, I was gone, now I've arrived. In the summertime.
It's always something new with Late Night Luke, and they're always banging. Here was his feature with Jay playing.
Get away to these summer days, sipping Chardonnay here with you. Chardonnay, yeah. The music plays a familiar way on these summer days on the queue. Get away to these summer days, sipping Chardonnay here with you. Chardonnay, yeah. The music plays a familiar way on these summer days on the queue. On this summer day.
Last thing you see before getting slimed out in Portland, Oregon. I have to agree with thrifting is lame.
Feeling sunshine, I'm catching every breeze. breeze. These are days I think about when I'm stuck in that winter freeze. I'm talking tubing, coolers full of no regrets. I hear the bass so loud, I feel the hot tub jets. Wish I could bottle this feeling and save it for November. Coldest nights of February, Arctic chill or late December. But now we're thawing out and everyone can take a breath. Minnesota summer feeling like rebirth from death.
Get away to these summer days, sipping Chardonnay here with you. The music plays.
You know, I'm not here for Jay playing. Sorry.
Today, I'm in the project file for Into Green, going to talk about how I made the beat and the production. Here's the original sample. First thing I did was put it into Ableton, allowing me to cut it up into different slices. And then after that, I chopped up my own pattern.
A true Renaissance man.
So for a while, I was doing this thing every month where I'd pick one artist and I would try to make beats in their style. And this beat came during Mac Miller month. So for the drum pattern on this song, I actually took it directly from Blue Slide Park.
Hey man, I can't show that on stream.
And that's just me recreating the pattern. I'm not actually doing any sampling. It's just me listening to what he did and then making that same pattern. So together we had this classic boom bap feel going and I really liked it. Next thing I wanted to add is just a little bit of bass guitar, and so I played this in myself. I always like trying to lock in my bass and my kick drum.
I wonder if he's an Ableton purist. It's always the question.
Going into Town, no, I'll leave with something. Records on my wall, got my turntable bumping. Crate digging through the singles and LPs, and I'm finding every hidden gem. I gotta buy these. Going.
Fuck. So good. Sorry. We got to move off from Late Night Luke or I'll be there all day. Ethan Riley official, face card. Had a great time writing this song. Don't know how to share it, so here it is. This is face card.
And never declines. Do you need credit, debit? Oh, I got one in mind. It's so hard to find a card like this, so just use it, don't abuse it when you got a face card like this. Use my face card and never declines. Do you need credit, debit? Oh, I got one in mind. It's so hard to find a card like this, so just use it, don't abuse it when you got a face card like this.
You know, there's certain songs where they just sound like they were written to be in a musical, and that's how this one feels to me. But keep it up, Ethan Riley. Oh, and then this one's just a little bit of it's informational. Isn't this so horrible what they're doing to these flock cameras? This is terrible. You should never do this ever. It's so bad. The flock cameras are a good thing. They're awesome. But I'm going to play this video for you. Don't do what this video says. It's bad. It's not good.
Every single flock camera has about 2 to 3 pounds of copper and about 1 to 2 grams of gold. Do with that information what you will.
This is a flock camera, one of about 100,000 installed across the United States to watch over you and keep you safe.
And then unfortunately there's terroristic organizations like DFLOC.
Well, Robin Hood used to make him a killing, take him from the top and give him to the poor. The middleman don't need it, that Christian, long as you get in a little more. That face mask, saws, all work, gloves and coveralls, bought and cash in the top of the truck. Leave your phone at home and plates half hidden. Middleman won't ask where you getting that copper in the hills. You ain't got a mind but a pickup truck in the dead of night. Birds of a feather, they'll flock and cry, but the middleman don't care which way you fly.
Metal Man really doesn't care. I mean, he's melting it down anyways. You know what I mean? My dad just shared this video, just sent this video to me yesterday about flock cams. Hey, what are you gonna do? I was just about to say he made a song. You should check it out. It's a great song.
One last thing.
It's a great song, and it's a bad thing to do though. Ah, so terrible. We got to spread this information so people know that something that you shouldn't do because that's illegal. That's bad. God, make sure to share this video so that,
One
so that
last
everybody
thing.
knows what not to do. Please. Anyways, I've also been seeing this guy's song. Sorry for the Donald Trump post, but Jack K's. This song came out today, so go check it out. This is the full song. I'll just show a clip. Might show the beginning of the actual song too, but pretty good. And yes, somehow people didn't understand the irony of the song.
Racist, he's just older, he's just from a different time. He's not a criminal, the jury must have already picked their side. He's not a rapist, he just didn't know that she had drawn the line. He's not a liar, everybody's got something they want to hide. He's not a racist.
But yeah, so the song's called I've Got a Gun by Jack K's. It's only got 400 views on YouTube right now because it just came out. Here, let's see if it's gone up. Let's see if it's jumped up a little bit, almost 1,000.
Strength but won't abuse it if you give me power. I'm gonna be your leader, I will be your one decider. I'm gonna make you think you're free, then turn you all into my slaves. I'll give you restitution and take something more important. I'll deport all the immigrants and tax all that's imported. I'm gonna lie and cheat and steal and prosecute you for the same. I'm gonna be absolutist and you'll shudder at my name. Fear for your own rights, that's how you lose them. For when they strip you, you won't get to pick and choose them. You want to change, hope you enjoy it. I wanted freedom, not someone who would destroy it. He's not a racist, he's just older, he's just from a different time. He's not a criminal. The jury must have already picked their side. He's not a.
And that was the part. Sounds like short skirt, long jacket. Anytime someone brings up cake, I always have to I'm gonna pull it up because I don't know if I've heard that song.
We are gonna ask you to listen to this song and tell me your honest opinion of what you think about it while you're listening.
Oh wait, that's what this song's called? For some reason, I've heard this song so many times. Why did I not know that's what this song's called? I guess I've just never like picked it out to listen to. But yeah, it's always on the radio.
Whoever you said, I like it.
I want a girl with a mind like a diamond.
Nice. Now I'm gonna just say this. What are their names? Doesn't Jamie Laurie, or is it Brer Rabbit? I actually don't know. But John McCrae, am I saying that wrong? Right? John McCrae from Cake. He sounds like the dude, I guess the guy from Flowbot sounds like him. They sound so similar to me for some reason. There's just something about it. I really don't see how this song sounds like that at all, though.
He just didn't know that she had drawn the line.
He knows what's best.
Like his voice.
With shoes that.
Not a liar. Everybody's got something they want to hide. Fear for your own rights.
But this is the one that always gets me.
This sounds scratchy like.
You're the right lead singer, you mean?
It's not just that they sound similar, it's they do the exact same cadence.
If you've got more to give,
terrible example, but
then you've got to prove. Put your hands up and I'll copy you. We still don't understand thunder and lightning flash back to when we
It's heard best on the more singy songs. Stand Up is a more rappy Flowbot song. I only ever really listened to that one album by Flowbots when I was like 15 or whatever. I guess I was younger then. I was probably like, what, like 10 when that came out? And Fight with Tools came out? No? Wait, when did Fight with Tools come out? It came out before that. Am I crazy? It came out in 2007. I was 6. For some reason, the album on YouTube, I guess it was just uploaded not that long. I think the point's made. Yeah. Handlebars is the perfect example of him sounding like John McCrae here.
A famous rapper, even when the bars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars.
Cigarettes. There's something there. It's the truth. I won't be told no. The rhythm of the talking, yeah, it's all in the cadence. But yeah, that's that. Like it, hate it, say it sounds like other songs, doesn't really matter. All music's derivative, all music's trash. So listen to it all. But now we're gonna talk about some real trash. Onision Prime. I didn't know that he had like an Instagram account like this. I think this is a new Instagram account. I don't know if this is fake, if maybe this isn't him. I hope that this isn't him because it's super pathetic, all of the posts that I see posted on this account. But it's Onision Prime with 1,500 followers on Instagram. Join the Onision forum. Listen to Onision bot music. Enjoy the Onision podcast. Read my book and watch Onision videos all over the web. Good morning with love from Onision. But he's been posting these terrible. Yeah, see, this is his account. Okay. I've mostly just been seeing all of these posts of AI comics that he keeps posting.
On.wiki have asked, how can you support me? How can you support me now knowing that the people...
Does he have a picture of Yakub right here? It's a little different. It's similar. There's similarities, but the head's not as wide. Maybe it's a Yakub alternative.
People who initially sued me but are now getting countersued are now denying the public access to the documents that would prove one side or the other. They're refusing to release them. No texts, no contracts, no financials.
Oh no. Where's the best one? Don't tell me he took it down. I'm going to be so mad if he took down the best one. Oh, this one. So it's Onision and Jesus in this AI comic. Hello, Onision. Welcome to heaven. We have to ask you some questions before we let you in. That doesn't really make any sense, right? I don't think they need to ask you any questions. I always thought that was kind of funny. Like, you'll have to explain yourself when you go to heaven. Why would I have to explain myself? They know my heart. They know my mind. I think it's probably you just get sent wherever you're going, you know? If they're omnipotent and omniscient in that way, then why would I need to explain anything? But Onision decided to be a little bit of a debate bro in heaven with Jesus. So Jesus says, "Hello, Onision. Welcome to heaven. We have to ask you some questions before we let you in." But Onision said, "No, I have some questions." Jesus says, "Okay, shoot." Onision, why did God wipe out nearly his entire family in a giant flood? Why does God allow miscarriages to happen? Why does anyone under 20 get cancer? If God is all-powerful, why does he allow any of this to happen? He's literally doing like teenage atheist debate bro, like just AI vent posts for some reason. And Jesus said, And then Onision he finally turned away from Jesus and he said, fuck that. Yeah, I think I'd rather spend my time with Lucifer. I think he probably has a lower body count than God anyways. Bye. I saw somebody talking about this the other day, and I think it's so true. Or actually, it was on the H3 podcast, wasn't it? I think they were talking about it. Dan was saying this. They were talking about the Church of Satan versus Satanism or whatever, and the difference between believing, like being an atheist versus actually worshiping Satan. And if you are actually someone who's going to be like, I'm on the side of Satan here. He's the underdog. It's like, I think you might have read a couple of verses wrong or something. I don't know. But my personal favorite, I like the Jesus one, but my personal favorite is this one of him getting bullied by Gerald Broflowski. So, hey Onision. Hi. Why do you keep making videos even though everyone hates you? What kind of person would I be if I let everyone else live my life for me? That's probably the lamest thing I've heard anyone say in my entire life. Hey everyone, this guy has values. And the only thing I've liked from this page is this one comment that said, AI South Park vent post where you get bullied by Kyle's dad. Because it's literally just such an apt description of what I'm seeing. And I just couldn't, like, it just can't be described in any other way. AI South Park vent post where you get bullied by Kyle's dad. I love that it's at an angle, very punk and cool. It's how to show that he's really, different. Also, this one's really crazy. I don't get this either. If you genuinely didn't like Onision, you would have blocked him by now. But you didn't, because you secretly love him. Just want attention, or both. I love you too, and it's Onision hugging these weird chibi anime characters. I got you guys. Wow. I love you too. Onision, don't worry, I love laughing at you. I love laughing at you. That's why I haven't blocked you. This isn't like a black or white issue. I don't need to I either love him or I hate him. I can love to dislike you. The thing is Onision isn't even a lolcow though. He's not worth the time. It's truly like a museum piece. Oh man, no one likes me. Wait, that means I'm truly am unique and original. I'm finally verifiably special. Yes, Onision. Why does anyone like me? By the way, Christians legit can't answer to the problem of evil or why Christ is chill when God is not for 2,000 years now. LOL. I mean, honestly, I think most Christians just aren't philosophers, so they don't really have they're not even philosophy majors, so they can't even come up, they just can't, they haven't thought about an apt argument, but there are arguments that you could make for the problem of evil. They're just not, it's about whether or not you're willing to accept it. Because what you do with the problem of evil is you are creating a good and evil framework based on human psychology, when actual objective rights and wrongs might exist on a completely different axiom. And so you could work out an argument for it, but most theologians aren't going to do that. But no, Onision, thank you for the little conversation, but I don't want your opinion. Actually, maybe I do want your opinion. Okay, you want my opinion? Okay, all religions are stupid because there wouldn't be thousands of them based on where you're born or lack consistent evidence if they were real. And a real one wouldn't be called religion. It would be called science. As for AI never bullied me. AI never framed me. AI never lied about me. AI never betrayed me. Yo, I'm gonna create an AI image of Onision like beating somebody. Yo, it's time to create an AI image of like Onision like just committing the worst atrocities that you can think of. I saw Onision run into a hospital and then take the skins off of 2 different people and swap them. Look at this image I found. Their argument is that evil is the absence of good. Evil happens when someone exercises the gift of free will and departs from good or God. But that's exactly my point. Is there are like a bunch of I was coming up with like a more philosophical answer, but there are a bunch of theological answers that just aren't. Most people just don't agree. Like they don't think that they are good enough. They're just not good enough arguments. Free will is the answer to why God lets bad things happen. Yes and no, because I mean the whole conceptualization just the framework itself breaks down from the start, because if you say that God created humans to worship him, that is like the basis of Christianity and Judaism, and well, I guess Judaism less. It's more so about like your actions within the world, but Christianity specifically is the idea of worship of God, like higher. But then why would God create free will in the first place? To create a like. Sorry, I'm phrasing this so horribly, I'm realizing. But why would God create free will if the purpose of humanity was to worship God? What is the purpose of creating the choice if he has omnipotence and omniscience and knows from the start who is going to be good versus who is going to be bad? So it's like free will is the reason bad things happen, but God already knew that those bad things were going to happen when he endowed free will upon the humans. And so he allowed those things to happen regardless. It's like a chicken and the egg kind of thing. It's all just kind of I mean, it's all theology anyways, right? Like you can talk about like biblical arguments versus real arguments, biblical arguments versus historical arguments, like based on what we know of like different um, groups of people living in different areas at different times, and like the belief systems that they had, and the archaeological evidence that we have of different manuscripts and stuff like that. Last time I had this conversation about religion, I forgot how I got home the following morning. Hey, that's the reason we get here. We're getting crazy. Please, sir, can I keep my skin? This time. You're skinny? What is your diet? Thanks, I just fast past 5 p.m. You know there's no point in taking care of yourself. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. You are truly an idiot. See, based on my research, crash. And then he smiles, and look, Onision died. Hope you like my new comic. Show love if you want more. Would love more.
You leave a hate comment that you will be celebrated by people.
Oh my god, these comments are fucking horrible. Jesus. The first one I saw was boil Onision alive, and then I saw this other one, which is crazy, and then brutally mutilate Onision, cut Onision's genitals off with rusty razor blades. Jesus Christ. He does look like a skinwalker. It's an eternal effort to look youthful.
people who are also
It's that one guy that's like on TikTok, like, I look 17. Can I just look up looks 17? That's a bad thing to look up, I feel like. Oh no, he did come up. Look at me. This is basically Onision.
Let's see about that. I'm sorry, but you made a mistake at the right time. I'm sorry.
Basically. Big iDubbbz news on Reddit? iDubbbz or Onision? Pick your poison. Oh, we talked about this a little while ago. You might not have been in here. Yes, we just saw that. Crazy. I am wondering, because Ethan needs to talk about this then, because Ethan literally commented saying that he was going to drop the lawsuit. So I guess we'll see what he says, but interesting nonetheless. Oh, did he block me? Oh, I thought I got blocked. I wish I would get blocked by Onision. That'd be awesome. Sometimes my internet, I think, just goes crazy. He called me fat when I was 12. Yeah, that's true too. I don't think people think about that enough. Onision's caring, like, going crazy about the haters. He's like, oh, all these people are hating on me. I remember when he created. I was a kid, right? I was a kid on YouTube. I knew about old school Shane Dawson, old school Onision. Like, I remember when, like, I was on YouTube during the time when they were collaborating in the very minimal sense, in that they went to an event together and were kissing children. That's not a lie. That's the fact. They also kissed each other. Well, I don't know if Onision kissed children. Shane Dawson definitely did, but it's the it's like your lover's keeper. You kissed Shane, so it passes through you, but I just from the start, it was already like a bit of an issue. He was having issues with all of his relationships that he's ever had. But then the reason I eventually left and realized that he was the major issue is I became a teenager. And then also he created this channel called Uh-Oh Bro. And Uh-Oh Bro, someone's skin just fucking stood on, like the hair on the back of their neck just stood up and they just got chills down their whole spine. Uh-Oh Bro it started as Onision's gaming channel. And it was Onision gaming basically for a bit. He was doing like Happy Wheels, playing different stuff. And then I think he realized that he didn't like video games. And so instead he started reviewing his like followers and would basically just like pull up images of like 15 and 16-year-old like alternative girls and being like, oh, you're fucking ugly and fat. Oh, look at this ugly bitch. Blah, 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 and just like do stuff like that. Sometimes encouraging self-harm, but then coming out later and being like, no, guys, I would never do anything like that. Oh, that would be horrible. That's evil. The Brazilian guy was also having minor issues. Oh, I'm not surprised. Imagine going on someone's page that you don't like and complaining about seeing them on your screen. I mean, I'm not complaining that you're here, Onision. I'm just, I'm laughing at it again. It's really like he's created this idea of what haters are in his head. Like maybe I'm a hater, maybe I'm a snarker at this point. I don't know. Maybe I'm an Onision snarker. Can you blame me? But Onision thinks that his haters are just like people that are just so sad, sitting back. Like, dude, you're a bad person. Like, you're an actual bad person who's ruined his own life. He's literally living in the Unabomber shed. Look at this. Where is he?
Leave me alone. Why does Onision keep talking about me? Why is Onision like this? Like, dude, get a life. Move on, bro. Like, you're 40. So why is Onision still talking about me to this day? Well, I have an answer for you. Did you lie about Onision? Did you lie about him? Did you say a bunch of things about him that weren't true?
Oh my god. He's posting so much. All of these have been posted in the last 2 days. Worst banana ever. So true. What is this? Wait, is this somebody else? Or is this an AI image that's supposed to be him? I'm so confused. Who is this? Yeah, who the fuck is this in the second slide? Eating some broccoli, potatoes, and corn. He gives the vegetarians a bad name. You're pushing 30. You're pushing 40. You're pushing 50. You're 120. Oh, look, Onision, they're old and fat, and you're old and skinny. That makes you better than them. The past. The past. The past? Wow, this guy's still talking about the past. Onision, nobody's saying that you should, like, drop the past. They're saying you should go away. That you should stop existing. This guy kind of looks like me. Looks like me a little bit. Wait. Let's sign a mutual agreement that clearly states we cannot lie about each other for the next 5 years. Sure thing, buddy. All these people said, well, okay, we'll sign. Only if we do stuff will I sign. Sarah did him wrong. Wait, give me a second. Surely this isn't real? What do you mean? Wait 1 second. Okay. Oh, why'd I bring this over? Wrong one. Grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, what do we think? I don't have the right lighting. That's the problem. Come on, Onision, we were friends. A little bit. It's a chatified version of me. I'm going to make this my profile picture. Onision must be a very big South Park fan. He really reposted this one. He was like, I feel this. All my friends are fake. All my friends are imaginary and in my head. How are you? Feeling pretty sad. You? Want to be sad together? Aw.
How little you guys know and how much you would know if you just looked at onision.wiki.
Go check out my wiki. Go check out my Wikipedia to learn everything. See, I don't even know about this new stuff. I'm actually going to take a look. Let's see. Let's see what's on onision.wiki. Bro's about to give me a virus. Let's see. Onision and Lucas were framed for money. This wiki contains the documented proof. This archive presents the underlying record showing that Sarah and Regina Alonso's alleged allegations against Onision and Lucas were financially incentivized. Repeatedly contradicted by their own statements to police and amplified through the coordinated network involving Chris Hansen, attorney Lisa. Okay, this statement doesn't say it's untrue. You're saying that it's financially incentivized, contradicted by their own statement. So that's maybe saying that certain aspects are untrue. And then you're saying it's amplified through coordinated network involving Chris Hansen. I forgot that Chris Hansen was coming for Onision at one point. The thing is I don't even know about any of this. I'm talking about all the old stuff. When I look back on all of the old stuff that Onision did, I don't need to look at any of the new things. Like when you look at like the aspects of Onision's ex-girlfriend Shiloh, this person who clearly had some kind of like I don't know, maybe all of this was fake. Maybe all of this was a whole just big fake thing. But from what I remember, she had some kind of episode. I don't know if it was caused by an injury, but she had some kind of episode or something that made her then lose her memory. She started acting like a child. He didn't take her to the hospital or anything. It was kind of just like recording her being like, Shiloh, what's the matter? And she was like, hey, I just like, she was like regressing to a childlike state. And it seemed like she probably needed to go to like a mental hospital or something and get like some actual psychiatric care. And he was just kind of filming her, not really like doing anything good, to be completely honest. The main thing I associated him with is everything he did to Eugenia Cuny. See, that's what I mean, is there's just too much to even talk about at this point. And he wants to be like, it's the past, it's the past. Like, dude, it's your whole existence. Like, I don't know what you want to think. Like, you can't just turn around when your entire history, like at the age of 40, no one's just going to be like, oh yeah, he's a different person now. What? Like, come on, dude. Like, it's just insane. Onision won't give us any money. Our extortion didn't work. I know. We'll say YouTube is responsible for everything and rope Onision in to make it look legit. That's it. But what do we actually say about Onision because he didn't actually do anything? Let's just make up a bunch of stuff. He'll settle no matter what we say. Just like YouTube. Year 3, no one settled. YouTube beat us. What happened? Oh no, with prejudice. Onision, if you don't agree to keep all our evidence sealed from public view, we're not giving you any of the documents you're requesting. I mean, you don't want the public seeing the documents either, right? Actually, I want the public to see everything. Damn it, ah! Is everything okay? Don't talk to me! Wait. Onision, if you don't agree to keep all our evidence sealed from public view, we're not giving you any of the documents you're requesting. So, I know this is just an AI image that he created, but he'd seemingly have created the dialogue for it. This sounds like you agreed to it being sealed, and now you're trying to complain about it? You're like, everything was sealed, but I did it because I wanted a few documents that I was requesting from them. But they're the ones that sealed it. Again, this is an AI fucking comic. I don't know why I'm reading so deep into it, but even in his own AI comic, he's not like shined in the best light. But here he shined in his greatest light. Good morning, with love from Onision. I'm a banana. Now he's going to take down this whole stream. He's going to be like, you sang my song. He's very Hot Topic coded. He's extremely Hot Topic coded. And then he's basically Hot Topic as a person. No, he's more like Spencer's as a person in the worst way. You know what I mean? It like in the way of like selling merch with kids cartoons on it and selling sex toys in the back. It's like that's Onision in the worst way. But yeah, but then he had characters like making fun of alternative aesthetics and stuff too, which is just even crazier. He was just a character actor. What a sad sack, bro. He's sad, but it's definitely not sad. It's just something to point and laugh at the end of the day. And maybe you can consider that harassment or whatever, but I wouldn't. I think it's historical recountings and it's a character study, really. How do you be such a delusional individual? Look through Onision's page and you might find out. But now we move on to Reddit from Instagram. Sorry that took so long, over an hour, but over an hour and a half, damn. But moving on to Instagram now, we're just losing subscribers by the second. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But we're losing subscribers by the second. But in the past 2 weeks, oh, why was this removed? Why are all these posts getting removed? What the fuck? Okay, they're just trying to defend Gideon here. I'm gonna pull. Okay, so this post basically said Gideon has been posting videos. His last few videos have been having weird instances of AI recreations of people with children, and they used these two. Here's a couple examples. So we have one here. Open image in a new tab. Oh, nice. It's doing that's amazing. Will it just do the GIF if I do that? Nice. But you can see a man holding a little girl's hand while she's looking scared, fist bumping a cop, and then a little girl sitting on a bed in a room that says "Don't tell my dad." And the titles are, "I caught him making CP with his own stepsister. Don't tell my dad," and it's the guy in an AI image with a little girl sitting on a bed. Crazy. And then this is, I caught a cop fist bumping a pred talking to minors. And then they did an AI image depicting that. And here's the thing, if you want to talk about, oh, it's not that big of a deal, he's still doing a good thing. I think Gideon, here's the thing, they were talking about it on stream. Alex Rosen is a racist piece of shit. He has more arrests and convictions than Gideon and Skeeter combined. Like, I'm pretty sure that's true. There are a lot of pred catchers out there that don't do a whole lot. Gideon has a few arrests in a couple states. I don't know if he has any convictions. Skeeter has a few convictions, and I think he has arrests across like a lot. He has arrests across a lot of states, but he has a few convictions, not a lot. And so again, we talk about like, and this is kind of like what I was saying earlier when we were talking about Kate and her language when talking about the David scenario. There's obviously like a context when it comes to your channel and it comes to like the type of content that you make and like the type of discussions that you usually have. But when you are discussing serious topics or illustrating things that are like dark or serious subject matter, you shouldn't be so like flippant and like I guess flippant isn't the right word, but just like you shouldn't be uncaring about, you should put a little bit more care into what you're doing with these. Gideon is crashing out again due to the Turkey Tom vid about him. I didn't see there was a Turkey Tom video that came out about Gideon. Oh no. He's like, you know what? Fine. No more nothing. Oh, I'm an idiot. I looked up Turkey. Turkey Tom. Oh, the dumbest predator catcher on YouTube. Because for Gideon, at the end of the day, it's still just content. Like Skeeter Gene, I give a little bit more of a pass because he puts on a persona, he puts on a character. But when it comes down to it, he honestly, you know what? Fuck Skeeter too. I'll just stand on both of them. I don't care enough to like defend it. They are trying to do a good thing, but they're also trying to make content out of it. And they see that it's a way in which they can make content, be the good guys, and have a punching bag. In a lot of the catches that they do, they just basically like verbally berate these dudes and be like, you know, oh, you were coming here to, and Gideon's are just even more dumb. At least Skeeter Gene's kind of funny. He comes up with like little quips and little like things that make sense in the moment with like based on what the predator was saying. But Gideon literally just goes around going, "Oh yeah, I came here for some cupcakes, huh? Yeah, I came here for some cupcakes. Yeah, you're just another EDP. You're just another EDP." And that's like his whole thing is just calling people EDPs, and like it's just corny on some level. I think he's trying. I think it was a good move to not do them live anymore, but not doing them live has just put more of a sensationalization in the presentation that he like is putting forth. And I think that's kind of like a bit of an issue as well. But I did not see this Turkey Tom video.
Gideon is a YouTube prankster turned predator catcher who was recently arrested during one of his sting operations. The body cam footage showed his full-blown melt.
Oh, so is it mostly just about, because we talked about that before. I guess they do go into his going to EDP's dialysis. And yeah, I don't know. It to me at the end of the day, it is always just going to be for clicks, because you could, and I'm saying I knew people that did this. They didn't make content out of it. They just robbed predators. You could make a career out of it. What are they going to do? Call the police? Like, at the end of the day, if you want to be like super good guy and go in there and try and get the police involved, what you would do is you wouldn't create the stings, and you would maybe just create these like logs. You wouldn't necessarily need a sting operation and need to have them show up, and you'd be able to just like submit this to the police to show that this person's trying to like have conversations online. Like there's ways to do it. But like if you really want to make some money out of it and just do something, there are people that just rob predators. Like that does just happen. And it's like I and the thing was is I knew some kids, they were actual like teenagers doing this, and I think they realized that it's like one of these guys is just gonna have a gun and it's just not worth it. But they would basically just be like, "Hey, bring us food. Hey, I'm this guy. Bring me food, and then we'll fool around." And then the predator shows up, and then they would beat him down with like 3 or 4 15-year-old 16-year-olds would just beat some grown man down and then take the food that he brought and just like and leave. And I was never a part of that because I was always just like, it's gonna end badly one of those days. But I wasn't gonna tell them they needed to stop or anything. I'm waiting for that EDP documentary too. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Skeeter's conviction rate, as Tom shows in this video, was 3 out of 50 stings, by the way. So that's what I was saying. He has 50 arrests, or is it literally just 50 stings? Is it not even 50 arrests? Is it like 20 arrests and three convictions? Because, and obviously, well, and here's the other thing too, is a lot of the time, and it sucks, is the problem isn't necessarily with, like, the problem is we need to create a way to stop people before they commit crimes, right? And it's like, that's fucking impossible. But I think at the end of the day, it's like we need to create a way in which people that are having these proclivities can go and like basically give themselves up to the government so that they're on some type of a list, but then through that get like psychiatric help or something. Maybe they get forced maybe we give them some kind of sterilization. I don't know. That doesn't really work, but it's like, it seems like it might be the only option on some level. But it's like when you are doing stings in this way or doing like predator catching like this, you are basically you are waiting for predators to commit crimes. And so you're never actually going to like prevent anything. All you're doing is hopefully catching some of the ones that like, get caught in your purview. They get caught in your purview. And like, so I don't know. It's definitely difficult to do. I sent 14,000 postcards to James Charles's neighbors. I saw someone posted this on the subreddit. But they took it down on the subreddit and pissed me off. So I need to find the post, but it has been sent out. This was smart. The postman, Ethan Klein. But I think like generally the things to do in your life is to try and just find people that just keep having conversations with different individuals and try and be open to anything from your friends and family, so that people that might be having these type of issues, having these feelings, can come to you and be like, hey, I'm feeling like this. And then you can help them get whatever type of psychological help and psychiatric help. Because I honestly do think there are some people that are abused and then, basically become the abuser. Some people then like do that, but I do think there is a percentage of people that are just wired in a certain way that have this like pedophilic tendency. And if that is the case, if my assumption's right, I think that the best way to handle that is to probably try and have them like basically out themselves before they actually do anything or look into anything or try and like get into any communities like that, so that you can get them the help that they need beforehand. Because it's just, I don't know, it's too difficult. You're lagging? Am I lagging? But I don't know. I think you can only see this as just more content for them. Alex, sorry, I keep saying but Alex Rosen, Gideon, they all talk about the mission, our goal of stopping predators and doing that. And again, it's not stopping anything, because a new predator is born every day. Every day, a new person turns 18, and then they are preying on people younger than them, and then it's more illegal. Obviously, a 17-year-old that then assaults a child is still going to get charged as an adult. But you get what I'm saying, is there every day is somebody who reaches that age where all of a sudden they're a predator now. And so, or I guess they're not a predator, they're a pedophile, and you want to stop it before they're a predator. I think that's kind of the case, right? It's a horrible thing to say, and some people want to argue that, but it is true. There are some pedophiles who are never predators, who live their whole life and never act on these sick, horrible thoughts that they have, and then they die having never come to terms or figured out anything about themselves. And honestly, I feel horrible for those people. For those people that are cursed with this fucking brain, with this horrible brain that they have. That's got to be a hell to live in. To want to be a good person, know that you're never going to act on any of those thoughts, but it's something that you're constantly drawn towards. That's literally got to be hell. But that's the thing is some people are rotten from the get-go, but I don't even think that it's necessarily all of them are predators. Some of them are literally just wired in this way, and those are the people that need the help before they become ostracized and outcasted by society and then start becoming predators. Because that's what happens is these people, and the thing is they're not getting cast out by society because they're acting this way. They're getting cast out for other reasons that, just seem to come out through their social behaviors. And then they become more entrenched in the communities that they find online, or just with children that they find in their immediate life sometimes as well. We got to cut the bad fruit off the tree to save it. And that's what I mean, though, is it's just what do you do? Because like I'm saying, at the end of the day, it's unless we are trying to because the whole thing is trying to prevent them from committing crimes has to come from some kind of something medical or psychological. I do not see that being I don't see a way that we can create any type of any type of legal guardrails to make it make sense, other than an age of consent, which there already is. What is this angle, Gideon?
All because I want to entertain you guys, and that's evil.
He went on to remove all of the most popular pranks from his channel and says he would be focusing exclusively on a new channel called Gideon, where he would spread the gospel to his fans.
See, I remember this one, and I'm wondering, I feel like he went back Here's what happened is this was so funny, and I wonder if Turkey Tom talks about it in this video. The Christian channel that he created did terribly. It did not get nearly as many of the like viewership, near as close to the viewership that he got on his main channel. And what was happening is he was actually being like, he was being used by these other Christian creators who were basically trying to hop on his platform and be like, no, you're not being a good Christian. I watched one of his lives because I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let's see what Gideon's talking about in Christianity. And it was literally this guy just trying to like proselytize to him and like basically like force him into his sect of Christianity. And I was like, dog, this is crazy. And I feel like he probably was not feeling comfortable in just having these conversations over and over again and was like, I guess I could do predator catching. Talk to my buddy Alex Rosen.
At the time, his audience was surprised, but ultimately commended him on his decision. Given Gideon was a massive YouTuber before he quit, he certainly had enough money that he could live a more low-key life and invest his time into his spirituality, but it didn't last long.
It's been a minute, you know, it's been a...
No, yeah, because it didn't last long because it wasn't successful. And he definitely has money, but he always wants everybody. It's like you always want more. You always want more. You buy that big mansion, you forget how much that fucking AC costs. You know what I mean? That AC, that bill starts going up. Get a new room, and all of a sudden you're paying way more each month. But I think he was also getting dragged into a weird sect of Christianity, like a Black Hebrew Israelite thing. Is that what it was? Because I just remember seeing a few. I didn't watch like any more than the one that I watched. One like 45-minute stream, or it was like 45 minutes of a stream, and I just remember being really off put by it. But that makes sense. That would make sense. But speaking of predators, Taylor Lorenz has an interesting perspective. So, Tim Walz passed a bill banning the use of AI to generate nude images of minors. Taylor Lorenz replied saying, "This is a bad bill, and actually Elon is on the right side here for once. I'll be making a video on this." Now, here's the thing. A bill isn't, policy isn't one sentence. Policy isn't a couple words. So maybe there are like instances, like maybe there is something bad within the bill, but when this is the claim, you should just wait until you make the video if you think that there's like aspects of the bill that you disagree with, because you just saying outright, this is actually a bad bill. Tim Walz passed a bill banning the use of AI to generate nude images of minors. Yeah, this is actually a bad bill. Yeah. I don't know if you knew this. I'm going to be making a video, so wait and see. Like, what? Huh? Like, again, policy is vast and complicated. There's a lot of carve-outs that you have to work around, a lot of things that you have to, a lot of verbiage that you have to work within to be able to make sure that everything goes to task. But to simply respond to this simplification of the bill seems like the act of a simpleton. Yeah, lots of bills are like one good thing and 10 bad things. So I don't know the ins and outs of the bill, and like that's one thing. And maybe she's right. Maybe there are aspects of the bill that are bad. But I do not think that this is like a a good way to react to this post. Like maybe just make a video, and all you have to title it is like, Tim Walz's new AI bill is actually troubling, or something like that. Like do something and it would make sense, but just being like, this is a bad bill. It's a great segue. Talking about predators. Let me see. First in the nation bipartisan bill on May 7th, 2026 that bans consumer that bans consumer access, downloading, or use of AI-powered notification software designed to digitally undress real people in photos or videos without consent. Prohibitions bans websites, apps, and software from offering tools that digitally generate non-consensual nude or pornographic images of adults and children. Exemptions exclude software where a human creator applies substantial artistic or technological skill to direct the control of the final output, and the penalties. That's honestly such a broad exemption, actually. So as long as it's done artistically, it's okay. That's basically just like a law against porn. Like, you know what I mean? A law against AI porn. Because most of it is just people AIing. Well, because it has to be, right? I guess that's a good point. AI porn inherently is the use of people's likeness because they would have to draw upon the likeness of others to create the AI image. So that is like inherently kind of the issue with that. But if you do it artistically enough, I guess it's fine. And the penalties for violating companies face civil penalties of up to 500,000 per violation, and victims can sue for compensatory, emotional, and punitive damages. Compensatory. I don't know why I was saying that so weird. Compensatory. It's a weird word. Elon Musk's XAI filed a federal lawsuit against Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, attempting to block the law, claiming it violates First Amendment free speech protection. In what way? We fucking need a time machine at this point. We've done so much with technology. We need a time machine so we can go back in time and be like, hey, George Washington, hey, Thomas Jefferson, hey, guys, hey, Benjamin Franklin, what do you think of this AI picture of your wife naked? Should we be allowed to do this or no? And watch them go, what? What is this image? Where did you get this? My wife, the harlot. But her positioning is outlawing AI CSAM will just drive pedos to make real CSAM. What? That's the most terrible argument I've ever heard in my entire life. There was the production of that type of material prior to AI's conception. Like even the conception, there has been child sexual assault material. So the thought that somehow the creation and then removal of this tool will then embolden a thing that's already been happening doesn't really make much sense. Because the point is about the accessibility. People who have the, like, terrible to say, I think the people who have the accessibility to make real CSAM material probably aren't wasting their time making AI stuff. And that's horrible and terrible, but it's a fucking the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It just doesn't make any sense at all to me. Do you watch Harley's DJ streams? I have a couple times. There have been a few that I've checked in on. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry. The idea that AI generating CSAM is bad, but banning it will make real children be victimized more makes no sense, because real children are the ones being victimized. That's the issue. The issue isn't like the issue is that real children are the ones being victimized by AI, and it's a higher accessibility. Like what? Right? Like, am I wrong? Real children are being used to create these AI images. People are going on Grok. Hey, Grok, make this person naked. Yeah, that should probably not be a feature accessible. Make this person naked, why don't you? Like, what? And if I'm not able to do that, somehow I'm going to be able to find. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. She's a fucking moron. It just doesn't, I mean, that's almost as bad as Destiny's argument about generative CSAM. Remember that old, in his debate with Amos Yee. Amos? Is that it? I don't remember if that's his name. But in his old debate where the guy's arguing that he is a pedophile and that he's like, the guy was literally just being like, I like this and it's good. Destiny was trying to argue that creating, like, if you were able to create fake, like, basically create like files as like therapeutic material, that would be okay. But the idea was like using AI or using some type of generative like thing. And it's like, but to do that, I think you would need, or no, I don't think his argument was that. I think other people talked about that after AI became created. That's a good, that's what it was. My brain I just had a brain blast. I just turned into Jimmy Neutron. I'm sorry. It was Bert Kreischer that said that. Destiny had a debate with Amos Yee where he was talking about if people that did have CSAM of them created should basically give it to the government to be able to use as therapeutic material for abusers. The weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Then Bert Kreischer was talking at one point about how he was at a family party being like, why don't they just use AI to create, or no, he wasn't even talking about AI. AI has nothing to do with this. See, I think that's why this is just so dumb, because regardless of any of it, you need a victim. Like, you need a victim for it, because he was also just talking about CSAM. And he was saying an even dumber point of, why don't they just use CSAM? That way pedophiles don't actually commit child abuse. And it's like, well, to create CSAM, you would need to commit child abuse. And he tried to like make it into a joke, but it was really just like a what the fuck are you talking about kind of moment. That's like girl math, but instead it's pedophile math. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, all of it is just so, because the whole thing is about minimizing victims, like minimizing the number of victims, minimizing the like abuse happening, and also trying to, in some way, in whatever way we can, minimize the like pedophilic capacities of individuals if we can. And obviously we've tried ways in the past like forced sterilization, and we saw how why can't I remember the name right now, man who created the computer, Turing. He didn't create Alan Turing. Alan Turing was chemically castrated, wasn't he? And then he ended up committing suicide. Right? Castration, yeah. Turing was later convinced by the advice of his brother and his own solicitor to enter a plea of guilty for yeah, he was arrested for homosexual acts. That's what I thought. He was arrested for being gay. They chemically castrated him, and then he committed suicide. Yeah, Turing's housekeeper found him dead. A post-mortem was held that evening, which determined that he had died the previous day at the age of 41, with cyanide poisoning cited as the cause of death. Bring back lobotomies. When done correctly, when you do a lobotomy correctly, you completely nullify a person's sensibilities. You completely stupefy a person. It's actually quite useful. Bring back the lobotomies today. We need to create vegetables of our people. It's the only way. I'll never forget reading the story of how they lobotomized JFK's sister. And how when they lobotomized her, it was like the way they did the test is by being like, sing the alphabet. And they'd be like, A, B, C, D, E, F. And then the doctor goes, perfect, we're done. It's like, what? What are you talking about? Like, it worked. Like, what? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, let me see if maybe that was that a fake story I read? Like, it sounds so insane to me that they did that to people and they thought like, yep, that makes sense. Maybe I'm reading lies. The guy had a traveling van he would do them out of. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Do. This is just on JFK Library. They're not going to talk about the lobotomy. They're not going to talk about her lobotomy. Oh, there it is. Here we go. This is on the nps.gov. In their search for cures for Rosemary, the Kennedys learned about a new experimental procedure, a lobotomy. This brain surgery would supposedly reduce depression and aggressiveness in patients, but was not yet accepted by the American Medical Association. While there were many examples of failed cases, those pioneering the surgery assured Joe Kennedy that of its promise for success. In November 1941, Mr. Kennedy arranged to have a lobotomy performed on Rosemary. It was immediately cleared, and that operation had drastically failed. Rosemary had lost most of her ability to walk or talk. Her personality had been forever altered, and she was left physically disabled. After being released from the hospital, Rosemary was immediately institutionalized. And then she lived to let me look this up. When did she die? Didn't she die in she died in 2005. She was born in 1918, and they did that to her. And what did it say? 41? So 1941 until 2005 when she died. She was lobotomized. Crazy. It's basically nice pick up the nose. There are different types of lobotomies, actually. Actually, the lobotomy has very many different types. Because you have the one up your nose, but then they also have the transorbital lobotomy. The transorbital lobotomy is done by sticking up above the eyelid, the top eyelid, to try and destroy this part of the brain. Because if you destroy this part of the brain, then your brain works less. Isn't that interesting? If you destroy pieces of the brain, then they stop functioning. Who'da thunk? Oh, this was crazy. So Hasan had on Norm Finkelstein, and they debated the quiet part out loud on whether anti-Semitism is justified in 2026. I saw a couple clips that people were posting. I thought this kind of illustrated it well. There was a moment I couldn't find after I was trying to find it again, but there was a moment where Hasan is trying to make the argument about how anti-Semitism is used as a scapegoat, for atrocities committed by the state of Israel. And that was the claim that he was trying to make. But what he doesn't, it's like what you don't understand is that when, like, that is at times true, but it's also true that the term Jew or any type of hatred of Israel is co-opted and in the same way is used as, like, you know what I mean? It's like it goes hand in hand. It's a scapegoat. Jewish people are used as a scapegoat for all of the wrongs that happen in society. Oh, it's them, it's them. They're used as a scapegoat in that sense. But then Israel uses, the state of Israel at times uses anti Semitism as a scapegoat for the atrocities that are committed. And so that's like, you need to be able to deal with that, like, dichotomy there. But Norm Finkelstein and Hasan debate The Quiet Part out loud on whether anti-Semitism is justified in 2026. Hasan Piker attempts to convince Norm Finkelstein that Israel tying itself to Judaism makes it harder to combat anti-Semitism. Norm Finkelstein argues back that anti-Semitism is defined as the irrational hatred of Jews, but the resentment is rational. Hasan argues that no people are monolithic and that scapegoating the Jews is a common tactic. Oh, so it was from this. I thought I saw a clip of it too, but yeah. So he said scapegoating of Jews is a common tactic that people understand that when Tucker Carlson says America has demographic concerns, that is white supremacy. He says that if Jews were monolithic, there would not be such a generational divide on Zionism and billions spent to maintain its indoctrination. And the whole thing is Hasan's willing to push back when it's somebody like Norm Finkelstein. He pushes back lightly, to be fair. He doesn't push back that crazy. But he's only willing to push back when he knows that it's people that are outwardly that are disliked by his center, Just got done seeing the Odyssey. Damn in a good way or damn in a bad way. But Finkelstein says he would not tell someone who has experienced a Holocaust that they should not hate Germans. Here's the whole part that I find so fucking stupid too. Finkelstein saying this. Well, if a person who experienced the Holocaust hates Germans, that makes sense. Yes, that does make sense. But I also wouldn't, if I knew a Jewish person and they just had an outward hatred of Germans because of what happened during the Holocaust, I would think less of that person and I would think that person's weird. All of these people that are not involved, that are not Palestinian, that are not in Palestine, need to be coming at this with not like, oh, a bit more nuance. They need to understand this. They need to just not be so emotional when talking about these things. Because it's like the guy that went to Frogan and was yelling at her and was, like these different people that do different shit. It's like none of that's effective on either side. It's never effective to try and like just berate somebody in the hopes that they're somehow that's going to change their mind. Oh, they finally went live?
I go to live from.
But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you all so much. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll see you back again then. But I'm going to finish this off. I have a couple more posts here that we'll just finish off for anybody that wants to stay. But Norm cites that 95% of Israeli citizens agree with the force used against Gaza and that its citizen army that represents its population carried out mass starvation as a method of war. Hasan Piker says he agrees with the facts, but he has more optimistic perspective in terms of changing people's minds on conflating Judaism with Zionism. Well, and I think that, even if this is true, 95% of Israeli citizens agree with the force used against Gaza. I would doubt, here's the terrible thing, right? I would doubt that 95% of the Israeli citizens know the extent of what's happening in Gaza. And you can say that's a terrible thing within itself, but I would find it very hard to believe that 95% of people, it's the same thing with the US. The US is a much grander, huger country, much, much bigger. But the expectation of knowing what, every American knowing what, America did in Abu Ghraib, all of that stuff, it's not something that's necessary at all times, but it's about like once you find out, like, you know, that type of thing. And I don't know how many of them have found out. And so this idea that 95% of Israelis just agree with the force used in Gaza, it's like, I'd need to see the statistics, what they're basing it on, who they're polling, what the question is. Like, there's a lot more to that than just saying that statistic, because yeah, it's a big claim, to say the least. But Hasan Piker says he agrees with the facts, but that's that. And then people were replying to this whole to this discussion of Hasan and Finkelstein with saying Norm is actually revolutionary. Hasan Piker is a milquetoast liberal. Hasan's messaging would be so much stronger if he wasn't terrified of being labeled an anti-Semite. Hasan the Hun is simply terrified of being labeled as a real genuine anti-Semite. If a Palestinian has been attacked 32 times in his life, and all 32 times he has been attacked by a Jew, they are allowed to say the Jews have made my life a living hell. Yeah, but again, you are not allowed to say that. You don't just get to say, yeah, the fucking Jews made his life a living hell. He said it. Well, he's saying it, so I'm just quoting what he said. No, you have to have a little bit more nuance than that, you dipshit. Like, I'm sorry to be a little rude with that one, but it makes me so mad when it's like, I'm sorry. Are you in Gaza? Are you just, you're taking upon all of the ills that have happened to these people? Like, you need to actually do something like with your time instead of just getting worked up about something that, I'm sorry, isn't affecting you. And because it's not affecting you, you are doing less about it. And like, that's the thing that's crazy, is all these people want to act like they care so much while doing so little. And it's just like, you are not there. So the actions that you take matter, but in a different regard. So you just expressing your voice is coming from a different angle than theirs. And then Hasan's editor and some fans mocking a trans creator because she wants healthcare now in order to not die versus after a hypothetical revolution. So she said Hasan Piker is a liberal, anti-democratic, parasitic infiltrator who has no part in, probably just talking about the left. And then she was talking about her own medical needs. Her follow-up is unbelievable. Spends the entire video talking about her genetic illness and expensive medicine, then tells us that's why we need to settle for affordable healthcare instead of fighting for more. I have no idea who this person is. What have I done to her? Why is she talking about my fans? Hasan's such like a piece of shit for this, being like, I don't know who this person is. I've never talked about her in my life. How does she know about me, my little baby stream? Like, do you think that nobody knows who you are? Like, shut up. But then Austin Knox made fun of her by saying, I thought it was this kid and I was happy for her. Wait, you might be onto something. Just trying to be disrespectful and be like, oh, this girl was this guy, trying to be like, just pull up an image of somebody. Like, even if it was, like here's the thing, even if it was them, pulling up an image like this of someone pre-transition and stuff would also be a little bit fucked up. Like, because you're clearly being disrespectful. So, I don't know. Just the whole thing is a bit bad. And then I thought this was a little funny, so we'll end it off on this. Related to my ex ruining the show for me. My 32 female ex-boyfriend, 36 male at the time, hated H3 because I thought Ethan was funny. I would get excited to watch and laugh with the whole crew, and he would get so jealous of Ethan and would make snide comments all the time. It would make me dread talking about it, and I only watched with headphones while I was out at the gym. Then he started listening on his own as like a hate watcher and would end up talking about it, saying how stupid the whole show was. We broke up just before our leftovers started, and I took a break for that period. I have never liked Hasan and didn't know he brought much to the show. Sorry, didn't think he brought much to the show. I got hiccups now. I picked it back up around the Mika. Sorry, I picked it back up around the Mika video and have fallen back in love with the show. I got a new boyfriend, new fiance, who isn't a foot soldier, but can appreciate the show is funny and isn't worried I'm going to leave him for Ethan or whatever. H3 has a majority female audience, and I think it comes down to this show is dumb because it's girly drama. Yeah, dude, that's why I'm watching. If a man doesn't like H3, that's fine. But if he hates it, girl, run. He doesn't know humor. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I just thought it was funny, the idea of some guy being like, let me check this shit out. It fucking sucks. Ugh. And imagine if he saw Ethan with his watches now. That'd be horrible. He'd lose it. Imagine if this guy saw Ethan with flexing his watches all the time. He'd feel so emasculated. Truly terrible stuff. But yes, they have started. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll see you back again then. This is Cap and Quasar.